Hey guys, how's it going? This is Friend Reyes here with another video. Today's topic of the day is going to be how to feel better after a breakup, or what are some things that you can do to help yourself ease the pain after a breakup. I know it can be difficult. I know how painful it could be. The reason why I'm making this video is because one of my friends is going through a very tough breakup right now. All I can say is if you're listening to this because your friend's going through a breakup or because you're personally going through a breakup, this might be very important to you. So he was going through this breakup. He started telling me all this stuff that he was going through, but even though I've been through a breakup, I didn't know what to respond to him. I didn't know how to make him feel better. So I went and I did my homework. I researched the internet and I started researching all this social media stuff that I could find. I went through my family members to other friends and asked them, hey, how can I help him? But before I do tell you all these things, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe so that we can have more of this trending topics that are going on, and we can discuss more about these things that happen to us in our everyday lives. So don't forget and subscribe. All right, guys, well, let's get to it then. Tip number one. Tip number one is talk it out. Talk it out. You never want to keep anything inside. You always want to talk to someone about what you're going through, because the more that you keep things inside you, the more that they're going to affect you. What I would do is talk to a friend. Maybe grab one of your best friends, or grab someone that you can trust, or maybe it might be your mom, it might be your grandma, it might be your cousin. Grab someone and sit down with them and talk about it until you can't anymore. That's one of the things that you want to do. You never want to go to your room and stay in there and then just keep thinking about all this stuff that you could have done, things that are going to affect you. Talk about it with someone, let it all out. And even if you have to bother someone, because I know sometimes we say, like, I know we're going through a breakup and you keep talking about it, and you even think to yourself, like, oh my God, I may be bothering this person. I'm bugging this person already. But you know what? At the end of the day, this person that is listening to you is going to go home and it's totally going to forget about what you've told them. You know? They're going to forget about it, but you are not. You're going to go home and you're going to keep thinking about it. So you know what? It's better to let it out. Just talk to this person as many times as you need. And if they're a good friend, they're going to be supportive. Now let's say for some reason you ended up with no friends, which is in some situations that happens. You end up with no friends after the relationship has broken up. Why? Because some friends decide to go with your ex, or they decide not talking to you, or you don't want to talk to them at the moment. Whatever. You can talk to anyone. Find anyone. Even the wall. Talk to the wall. Just share things out there. Just don't keep it to yourself. Another thing you can do is write it all down. Write it all down. All the pros and the cons of that relationship. How much you hate this person. How much you love this person. How much, things that you want to do to get all this stuff out of your head. I know the first reaction you get is like, well, I'm going to get an amazing body to get revenge. Yeah, I know those thoughts come up to your mind. Yes, I understand that. But before you do all these things, talk with someone. Let things out. Don't keep them in there, because that will just create more depression, more sadness. Just grab someone, sit them down and say, hey, can I speak to you about something? I'm going through this breakup. I'm sure your friends know about your breakup. So they are there to listen to you. That's why they are friends. That's tip number one, guys. Let it out. Don't keep anything in. Okay, guys. So tip number two. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult for some of you guys out there for tip number two. Why? Because what's the first thing that you do when you're going through a breakup? One, you don't eat. You're sleeping all the time. You don't want to talk to anyone. And those are the worst things that you can do. Let me tell you. Tip number two says, walk it out. Go for a walk. Go to the park. Go to the beach. Go to a museum. There's so many things you can do out there to keep yourself active. Go to the gym. Those things will help you forget and distract yourself from all the stuff that you're going through at the moment. And it's going to help you too. Keep yourself active. So what I recommend you is to go out for a walk so you can forget about all these things. You have a pet? That's wonderful. Take your pet out for a walk. Take him to a dog park. Do something that is going to help you forget about this stuff. That's tip number 2, guys. Walk it out. Don't stay at home, because that's going to create, again, depression and sadness. Trust me, if you go out, invite a friend. Invite a friend that it's not going to remind you about all this stuff that you're going through. Invite a friend that can listen to you, because I know you're going to be talking about it, because that's all you can talk about right now. So invite a friend that is going to be supportive, or if not, if you feel that this friend is not going to help you, then go for a walk at the park, a run. Do something that's going to help you stay active and forget about the things that you're going through. All right, guys, well, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is one that we all go through during a breakup. We all go through it. Tip number 3 says, it's okay to be sad. It's okay. You can be sad. I know we went over tip number 1, which was talk it out. We also went through tip number 2, which was walk it out. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just feel really sad and you just can't do these things. Well, tip number 3 says it's okay to be sad. Maybe you need to go to the store and grab a pint of ice cream. Maybe you just need to go to the store and grab a bag of chips or a bag of candy, or maybe all 3 of them, and you need to pick out on food. Okay, that's totally fine. Because you're going through a stage, you're going through a phase that we all have to go through in order to relieve the pain or ease that pain. It's okay to cry. If you need to cry, cry your guts out. Because sometimes that's what we need to relieve that stress that we have. Grab someone again and cry and tell them, someone who's not going to judge you, who you think is not going to judge you for what you're going through. So, again, guys, it's okay to be sad. And that's probably one of the most difficult moments that we go through. And if you need to cry, do it. Do it. You don't have to go and show someone that you're crying. You don't have to go and post it on social media. You don't have to go and tell everyone that how you feel. If you need to, you can cry. I recommend you to grab someone so that they can help you. Like I said, I recommend you, in my opinion, to don't do it by yourself. Because our mind can make you do a lot of things. Can make you do a lot of stupid things. So if you're going to be sad and you're not going to do the rest of these tips, and you're just going to be there in that room and crying, like I said, crying your guts out, then you need to be with someone. Someone needs to be there with you so that you can share that with them and don't do something stupid that you're going to regret later. So again, tip number 3 says it's okay to be sad, but there is consequences to that. And just know that it's gonna get better. It does. It does get better, guys. We all go through that. We all have to go through that. Everyone has to go through a breakup. Everyone. So if you need to cry, go for it. Okay, guys. Well, tip number 4 says stay out of contact. Okay, let me elaborate this a little bit more. Stay out of contact means that you're not going to text your ex, you're not going to call your ex, you're not going to tag them on Instagram, on Facebook, or whatever it is, so that this person can know what you're doing. No. Do not send them songs. Do not post songs on Facebook that are sad that this person left. No. If this person still loves you, they're going to get back to you. If this person doesn't love you, they're not going to get back to you. So stop begging for love. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. Trust me, you are worth more than that. So if this person loves you, they'll call you. Especially if this person was the one who broke up the relationship. So don't be so like a slave of love. I guess I want to leave it at that. Slave of love. Stop that. Because that makes you look bad. So what I recommend you is just stay out of contact. And if things work out, they will work out. And if they don't, then they don't. If there was fight after fight after fight after fight and nothing gets fixed, then just let it go. Let it go already. I know you're going to suffer. I know you're suffering. I know you're going through pain, but just let it go. Just let it go. Because if not, you're going to be the one that gets hurt at the end. Even more than what you're going through now. So what I recommend you is, like I said, no texting, no calling, no social media. And if you need to block this person, block them. Block them. I know sometimes they say, oh, well, he blocked me or she blocked me, so she must be the one that's so hurt. She doesn't even want to see what I'm doing. No. It's not that. It's just that, you know what? You really maybe don't want to see what they're doing because you don't care anymore. You just don't care what they're doing. And that's okay. That's okay to do. I don't live off what people think about me. No. Do whatever you think it's right. And if you think it's right to block them, go ahead. That's going to help you. Trust me, it's going to help you. It helped me when I was going through my breakup. So go ahead and do it. Nothing's going to happen. You're just not going to see this person anymore. And that's that. So stay out of contact, guys. All right, guys. Well, tip number 5, it's a mixture of 3 things in one. So I decided to do this so that 1, this video could be a little bit shorter, and 2, there's not much information on this tip, but will help you a lot. So tip number 5 says, get creative. Get creative. By that I mean you can go to an art store. You can go to, like I said, you can go to a museum. You can start drawing. You can start building stuff. Just get creative. Get creative. Go take a class of a sewing class. If you're a guy, go take a mechanic class. If you're, like I said, if you're a girl, go to a fashion class, a cosmetology. Do something that's going to keep you distracted. But just stay creative. That's going to help you a lot. Forget all the stuff that you're going through. Now, the second part of tip number 5 is remember what you used to do before you were with this person, before you were in this relationship. You obviously had friends. You obviously used to go out with people, meet new people. So you went shopping by yourself. You went grocery shopping by yourself. You did a lot of things by yourself. This person wasn't always with you. Even if you were married, even if you were with this person for 10 years, 15 years, whatever, you have to have done stuff before you started dating this person. So that's what I can tell you. Remember all the things that you used to do and do some of the things that you used to do for yourself now. That's going to help you forget about the stuff that you were doing with him or her. So start doing that. Start doing that for yourself. You know, go grocery shopping. Go to like a museum that you've never been to. Invite a friend over that you hadn't messaged in a long time because obviously he or she used to get mad for you texting this friend. Go and hang out. Go to a bar. Go get a drink. Do something that's going to help you forget. Now, part C of this thing is spend time with family and friends. You see how this thing bonds? Like this whole tip is get creative, remember what you used to do before, and get more in contact with your family and friends. Call the friends, like I said, that you don't talk too much anymore. Call them. Let them know that you are single and that you would like to hang out with them. And I know it's going to be a little bit difficult because those friends will come back and tell you, hey, you didn't hang out with me or you didn't want to talk to me when you were with this person, right? So why would I want to hang out with you now? Trust me, it does happen. Trust me. Friends are like that, and they do that. So what I recommend you to do is say, hey, you know what? I'm going through a tough time. Can you help me or can you not help me? Or do you want to hang out or do you not want to hang out? And once you find that out, trust me, they're going to be like, all right, let's hang out. Let's do something. Let's do something together. Invite them to a hike. Go with your family. Go with your cousins. Go do something. Just don't stay home. Go back to what the stuff you used to do before, and enjoy life. Enjoy your single life, because you know what? Life, the single life is amazing. It's amazing. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, what you're going to buy, what you're going to spend your money on. No. You just do whatever you need to do and what makes you feel better about yourself. Go out there, do that. And you're going to feel so much better. So much better. Trust me. Find a hobby. Go out with your family and friends. And just remember all the stuff that you used to do before, and you're going to do so much better. Trust me. That's going to help you a lot. And that is tip number 5, broken up to 3 parts. Tip number 7, you guys. Tip number 7, it's something that we've forgotten throughout the whole relationship. We forgot about this throughout the whole relationship. And maybe that's one of the reasons why we never succeeded in this relationship. You know why? Tip number 6 says, love yourself. Love yourself. Do you love yourself? Answer that question. Do you love yourself? Or ask yourself that question. Ask yourself, do I love myself? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, what do I love about myself? Of course, right now you're feeling down. You're feeling hopeless. But you know what? That's part of the breakup, for you to pick yourself up and become someone new, because you're new. You're brand new to the world again. You don't depend of anyone. You're single. So look in the mirror and say, what do I like about myself? If you can't do that, write it down. Do you love your eyes? Do you love your lips? Do you love your hair? Do you love your body? What are the things that you love? I don't want you to write down any things you don't love about yourself. Stop thinking that, because as soon as you start writing down, well, I don't like this about myself, I don't like that about myself, I don't want you to do that. I want you to tell me, what do you love about yourself? We all love something about ourselves. Every day when we wake up in the mirror, damn, I like this, or I look good, or this. Be positive. And trust me, once you find out that you love yourself more than you love this person that is no longer with you, you're going to find out that you're worth so much more than you think. So, tip number 6 says, love yourself. Love yourself. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to find someone else in the future and be comfortable with yourself, and you're going to become a better person. So, again, tip number 6, love yourself. Okay, guys, we came to the end of the video, and I think that of all the tips that I've said to you, and out of all the stuff that I've talked about in this video, I think the most important one is this. The most important tip from all this video is create new memories. Simple as that. Create new memories. How are you going to do that? Do you remember that walk on the beach you guys went to? Do you remember that club that you went to? Do you remember that store or that grocery store that you guys went to? Or that bar that... I don't know, all the stuff that you did with your ex? I want you to do it again. Go with a friend to the beach. Go to the same place that you went with your ex. Go to the grocery store. Stand on the same lane that you stood at the register, at the same lane that you were with your ex. Create new memories. And trust me, once you do that, you're going to feel a lot better. It's going to hurt at the moment. It's going to hurt. Trust me, it's going to hurt. But you know what? your brain is going to say, okay, when was the last time that I went to the beach? And you're going to remember, oh yeah, with my friend. I went with my friend, I went with my cousin, I went with my grandma, I went with my mom, my dad. It's not going to remind you of the time you went with your ex. Why? Because you're trying to get rid of that. So the only thing that's going to help you is create new memories. And do that. That's going to help you a lot. So go do that walk that you told your friend you didn't want to go because that reminded you of him or her. Go do it. Go to that shopping center that you used to go with him and that you loved so much, or that you both loved going to that place. Go on it again. Go to that place again. And try to enjoy it more than the time that you went with this person. And trust me, that's going to help you so much. I know it's difficult because it was difficult for me. You know, when I was with my ex, we went to the beach, and that was something I couldn't forget because it was so romantic, it was so beautiful, and we said so many beautiful things to each other. But you know what? A month later, I went to the same place. I took a couple friends. We made a bonfire. We were playing volleyball. And I had such a great time. Trust me, guys, I had such an amazing time. And it helped me so much that I don't remember exactly what we did. I don't remember. I know it was a romantic day, but I don't remember what he used to, like what I used to remember before I did this new date with my friends. So trust me, do it. Create new memories. Much more fun, or much more enjoyable than the time that you were with him or her. And trust me, that's going to help you more. And that's the end of the video, guys. And hopefully you guys liked the video. And hopefully you guys didn't think it was boring. I know I went through all this stuff, and I know you guys will go through all this stuff. And I was able to help my friend. Hopefully I can get an interview with him. I'm going to try to see if he wants to join in a video with me so he can talk a little bit more about what he went through. And yeah, he's still going through it right now, and we've been talking. But trust me, guys, he's doing a lot better than how he was doing before. And I've been trying to hang out with him as much. I'm the guy that's listening to everything. I'm the guy that he's coming to tell him all this, say all these stories that he did with his ex. But I'm also the one who's also researching about it so that I can help him, you know? So I want you guys to do that for your friends, or I want you to do it for yourself. So use this helpful tips so you can succeed, and so you can get out of all this stuff that you're going through. And if it does help you, and if you were able to get to this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so that I can make more videos like this, guys. And trust me, the more you're subscribed to my channel, the more stuff I'm willing to bring up. All right, guys? So thank you for listening, and hope to see you again soon.